From Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, wallets of Americans taking a hit at the pump. We're going to hear from the president. Plus, comparing COVID cases within school districts. We'll take a look at those numbers. But first tonight, the mask mandate in Lancaster County extended another month. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Megan Conway. Rod has the night off. Major concerns this month as COVID cases are on the rise in Lincoln with startling numbers. Channel 8's Macy Meyer has the information you need to know in our coronavirus news tonight. Macy?
Health officials say numbers are rising across the board, from hospitalizations to the positivity rate. It's a big reason the county has decided to extend the mask mandate until December 23rd. Now, to give you an idea of those numbers, in the last 3 weeks, there has been a 62% increase in the 7-day rolling average in the county. Now, on top of that, the positivity rate is sitting at 13.6%. The health department has said before they want that to be around 5%, but the Delta variant continues to rip through the community and it puts a strain on our hospitals.
Hospital capacity is stressed in every situation. There are people waiting in the emergency room. There are people being taken care of in critical access hospitals that don't have the proper equipment and staff, but those are the only alternatives. This is the situation we're faced with, and it's up to everybody to take that responsibility to get vaccinated.
Right now, Bryan Health and CHI have 100 patients hospitalized from COVID, with 68 of them from Lancaster County. Now, again, the mask mandate is going to be extended until December 23rd. The health department is hopeful that during that time, people will get their booster shots and children's 5 through 11 will get vaccinated.
Macy, thank you very much for our top story tonight. Important information that folks need to know. And as that mask mandate continues, many have differing views of what is best. Channel 8's Ariana Martinez looks at the number of cases in Nebraska schools and what doctors say is the best to do going into the holiday season.
We compared the two largest school districts in the state. Lincoln Public Schools, where the entire city is required to wear masks, has about 0.11% of students with COVID, whereas the city of Omaha does not have a mask mandate, but students are still required to wear masks on school grounds. They have about a 0.22% of their students with COVID. Some believe the masks aren't working.
We have been in a mask mandate 15 out of 19 months. And the data will show you that where the masks are in place, that our case numbers are not significantly different than any other county in this state.
On the other hand, even with the extended mask mandate in Lincoln, doctors are worried.
As a medical community, especially hospitals, we have a lot of anxiety about the coming weeks because we are operating at a high, capacity, and it continues to be a challenge.
On top of COVID, hospitals typically see other illnesses this time of year.
Even before COVID, one thing that we would often find following Thanksgiving and then, it'd kind of carry on into February often, where we would see people, post gatherings with influenza, RSV, and other respiratory viruses.
When asked what advice doctors have for schools when students return, other than staying home if you're sick, Dr. Rishsmith recommends wearing masks.
Some of these other school systems, you haven't done it all year or been reluctant to do it. This would be a great time, even if you did it for this period of time through these holidays, it would be the number one thing.
Reporting in Lincoln, Ariana Martinez, Channel 8 News.
Thank you very much, Ariana. And on a related note, big news from Pfizer. The company saying its COVID-19 vaccine is 100% effective in children ages 12 to 15. Now, that claim is after a longer-term study of those children, up to 4 months after their second dose. The study also showed no serious safety concerns. Over 2,000 children participated in it. Again, this was from the age range of 12 to 15-year-olds. Now to the White House, President Biden announcing a major move to reduce gas prices for Americans. He'll be tapping into the nation's oil reserve. ABC's Rena Roy has more.
Americans could soon be shelling out less cash at the gas pump.
It will take time, but before long, you should see the price of gas drop where you fill up your tank.
The president announcing he's tapping into U.S. oil reserves, releasing 50 million barrels of oil as more than 48 million people are expected to hit the road for Thanksgiving.
Today, I'm announcing that the largest ever release from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve to help provide the supply we need.
The average gas price is roughly $3.40 a gallon, about $1.25 more than it was this time last year.
We filled up yesterday to get gas, and it was $3.56 a gallon.
It's been hard, expensive. Sometimes you don't even feel like going nowhere. $20 don't get you nothing.
The emergency supply has only been used a handful of times in recent decades, but the White House says right now it's top priority, with demand outweighing supply.
America has reopened, and along with it, gasoline demand has really surged. The problem is that oil production has not rebounded significantly enough. It's been kind of chasing demand.
Experts say news of the announcement alone will likely be enough to prompt a short-term drop in oil prices, but it will take about 2 weeks for this emergency supply to enter the markets and for stations around the country to lower costs.
While our combined actions will not solve the problem of high gas prices overnight, it will make a difference.
Other countries, including China and India, will release their own reserves in coordination with the U.S. as the world tries to recover from the pandemic and the ongoing supply chain issues. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
Well, and if some folks have started traveling today, John, a warm but windy day. They got to hang on to those steering wheels.
That's right. If you're heading east or west, depending on which direction you were going, you got a nice crosswind today. If you're going northeast, you got a great tailwind. Probably got some great gas mileage today. Outside today, we've made it up into, we hit 70 degrees this afternoon in Lincoln. Look at the skies outside right now. We've got clear skies. As we take a live look right now from Southeast Community College, temperatures significantly warmer than yesterday. We're talking 10 to as much as 20 degrees warmer as of this hour. We've also got some stronger wind gusts outside right now. Temperatures are sitting in the middle 60s for most of the area. As I mentioned, we hit 70 degrees this afternoon. 64 is the current temperature in Lincoln, 67 in Beatrice. It's still 66 degrees in Hebron and 65 degrees in Grand Island. Look back into the western part of the state. The entire state got in on the 60s today. But we've got some clouds beginning to approach from the west, so we'll see our clouds increasing later on tonight. Before that, though, we've got warm temperatures and the winds will continue to go out of the south with some occasional gusts to 25 miles per hour before this cold front begins to move through here and bring some cooler temperatures our way for tomorrow as well as for the end of the week. Today, we had a high temperature of 70 in Lincoln, 72 down in Kansas, 73 degrees in Dodge City, and 68 degrees in North Platte. Clear skies this evening, a fantastic opportunity to go out and see the space station for 7 minutes starting at 5:42 this evening. Enters from the west-southwest and exits off to the northeast. For the rest of this evening, clear skies at 6, 62 degrees, 55 degrees by 8 o'clock, and 53 degrees by 10. It's going to be a mild night tonight. We'll take a closer look at what you can expect tomorrow if you are traveling and also what you can expect for Thanksgiving. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thank you very much, John. And speaking of the holiday, the Center for People in Need is giving out free food for Thanksgiving. The annual event is at their location near 27th and Cornhusker Highway. It started on Saturday, though, so there aren't any turkeys still available, but they do have some chicken options, plenty of stuffing, mashed potatoes, and even boxes of produce. So far, they estimate that they've served over 1,000 people and expect about 700 more today.
It's super important to have families be able to get together and have enough food to feed their families. So we didn't know what to expect just because of the volume with the pandemic. We tried to usher people in a little bit slower than we typically do, but it's nice to be able to see people come in, be able to get some food, bring home to their families, and have what a normal Thanksgiving might be.
They also have diapers available for people if they need to pick some of those up. The event goes only until 6 p.m. tonight, so just a little less than an hour to go, and today is the last day. To consumer news now, if there's something wrong with your iPhone, you may soon be able to fix it yourself. Channel 8's Nathan Grieve explains some changes Apple is making and how it can help you.
That's the gist of the right to repair concept. Cars, ag equipment, and in this case, phones are getting harder and harder to fix.
With how much things have become smaller and smaller, there's no way that certain parts of the phone are going to be able to be repaired.
Jeff Arnold owns Tech Jedi, a standalone business. Since it's not an authorized Apple service center, he's had an uphill battle when it comes to working on their products.
If they're not allowing the consumer to get the parts on hand, then those things become obsolete, their devices become obsolete, and they're forced to upgrade and buy the newest thing that's out there.
But Apple's just announced that they're opening up access for people to buy official parts and instructions for how to use them. In a way, it's going back to how things used to be.
In the past, with different companies, if there was something really wrong with it, you had the option of getting a schematic to get down to the nitty-gritty and repair something. And you don't have that option now, and none of them make that accessible.
So this is a big first step, but Arnold is cautiously optimistic. He says consumers need to keep the pressure on companies.
Without that pressure, without people talking to their legislators about that, those companies seem to just kind of take advantage as much as possible.
Reporting in Lincoln, Nathan Grieve, Channel 8 News.
Still to come on the news tonight, we find out exactly how Brian Laundrie died according to an autopsy released today. Stay with us.
This season's winning team, Hondas, are made here and save you thousands. With 0%, it's a win-win. Honda, the most American-made automaker. Save now.
Big news today, the cause of Brian Laundrie's death. The family's attorney says he committed suicide by shooting himself in the head. Laundrie vanished days after his fiancée, Gabby Petito, went missing. His remains were then found last month in Florida. Petito's body was recovered on September 19th out in Wyoming, and her death was ruled a homicide by strangulation. Laundrie was considered a person of interest, but was never charged with Petito's death. The couple went on a cross-country road trip together before Petito disappeared. And another big national case, the jury is now deliberating the fate of the men accused of killing Ahmaud Arbery. In all, they must decide on 24 separate counts, including murder. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
Indictment
The fate of the three white men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery, a 25-year-old unarmed black man, now in the hands of a jury. The nearly all-white panel now deliberating.
We are in recess until question or verdict.
Before receiving instructions from the judge, the prosecution with the final word to the panel, firing back at the defense's closing argument that Gregory and Travis McMichael acted in self-defense. They claimed an unarmed Arbery tried to overpower the younger McMichael and take his gun.
You can't start it and claim self-defense. And they started this.
This while a third man, neighbor William Roddy Bryan Jr., recorded the incident on his cell phone. They've all pleaded not guilty.
They committed 4 felonies against Ahmaud Arbery in violation of his personal liberty before he finally tried to run around their truck after running from them for 5 minutes.
The 3 men are hoping jurors believe they were trying to make a citizen's arrest under a now repealed Georgia citizen's arrest law. The defense calling Arbery a, quote, recurring intruder, even though he was never seen stealing anything.
You are allowed to use force that is likely to cause death or serious bodily injury if you believe it's necessary.
Outside the courtroom, a growing crowd of protesters hoping for a conviction. The father of Ahmaud Arbery expressing confidence.
The evidence is overwhelming. Ain't no way we can't get justice.
The prosecution did agree to reduce William Roddy Bryan Jr.'s aggravated assault charge down to simple assault. The 3 men, though, still face those murder charges, and if convicted, they could spend the rest of their lives in prison. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Brunswick, Georgia.
In other national news, the Department of Justice is promising to crack down on solving cases involving missing or murdered Indigenous people. $800,000 will help fund the National Missing and Unidentified Persons System, paying for resources, outreach, investigative support, and forensic services. President Biden signed an executive order directing federal agencies to create strategies to address, quote, the crisis of violence against Native American people, end quote. The DOJ says on some reservations, Native American women are murdered at a rate more than 10 times the national average.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
A pretty incredible day, lots of sunshine. The winds were gusting at times 35, 40 miles per hour out of the south. We started the morning at 29 degrees in Lincoln. We made it all the way to 70 degrees. A 41-degree spread through the day. Temperatures well above normal. Goes into the books, I believe it's 14 degrees above normal for the day. The high temperature was 22 degrees above normal. And it is the latest 70-degree temperature we've had into a year in 4 years. The last time we had one later was November 24th of 2017. Now, even right now, it is still very mild. Keep in mind, normal high is 49 degrees. 64 right now in Lincoln, at 67 in Beatrice as well as in Fairbury, 64 degrees in Hastings and Kearney, and 65 right now in Grand Island as well as in Aurora. Skies are clear overhead. You can see clouds back out to the west. These will begin to move into the area as we go later into tonight. So we'll have clear skies initially, but a cold front will start to spread through the area. That will bring some cooler temperatures our way for tomorrow, and then another cold front comes in, or at least the cooler air comes in back behind the front just in time for Thanksgiving, and temperatures for some of you may struggle to get out of the 30s Thursday afternoon. Now, temperatures around the area, you can definitely see ahead or just ahead of that cold front and in the warm sector of the storm, temperatures well into the 60s and into the 70s across Kansas, Nebraska, as well as in Colorado. For the rest of this evening, we'll keep skies mostly clear with clouds increasing late. Still mild at 8 o'clock, 56 degrees, 54 by midnight. By 4 a.m., only 49 degrees. I think we'll eventually drop into the upper 30s to low 40s tomorrow morning. We'll start with winds out of the southwest, and then probably by about daybreak, if not 7, 8 o'clock in the morning, winds will start to shift around to the northwest. And tonight, winds won't be as gusty. We'll have a few sustained winds to 15 miles per hour and a few gusts to 25 miles per hour. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see clouds increasing, so look for a cloudy day. It will be cooler, although still above normal. Winds tomorrow out of the northwest, 5 to 18 miles per hour, gusting at times to 35 miles per hour. So the opposite direct crosswind for tomorrow as what we had today. Pick a location where you will be tomorrow, and you'll get an idea of what the winds will look like as we take it through the day. By noon, winds gusting 25 to 30 miles per hour out of the north-northwest. northwest. I think the winds will increase later in the afternoon and into the early evening. So if many of you are hitting the roads tomorrow after work, expect us to have some gusty winds, again, 25 to 35 miles per hour through 5 o'clock, and even into tomorrow evening by 8 o'clock, winds still could be gusting upwards of 35 miles per hour. And if your travels take you a little further away than just our viewing area, you can see what winds are looking like as we go through the evening hours tomorrow. We'll have winds gusting upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour, even into Iowa and into northern portions of Kansas. Now, Wednesday, we're going to see, again, cloudy skies around here. Temperatures through the day will get up into the 50s. On Thursday, so for Thanksgiving, we'll see a fair amount of sunshine around here. Temperatures, though, as I mentioned, will be on the cool side of highs, only getting up into the upper 30s to low 40s. Now you'll notice travel across the country is looking actually not too bad. A few snow showers possible out towards the Rocky Mountains, and then some rain showers possible just to the south and east of us due to a cold front. And that's where I've got kind of some potential travel problems. You may run into some rain, and through here we're talking mainly just some of that wind to deal with tomorrow. 7-day forecast for Thanksgiving, a high temperature of 40 degrees. For Friday, looking for a high of 59. We start warming things up as we head towards the weekend. Temperatures into the mid-50s. Windy again on Saturday, maybe a passing shower possible. And take a look at the end of November and beginning of December. Temperatures in the upper 50s, even 60 degrees coming our way by Monday afternoon, and maybe even mid-60s by the second day of December.
John, what does your turkey say today? I can't read that sign.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Yesterday was eat ham.
That's right, eat
nice.
ham. Yep.
I love it. All right, thank you very much. Another split day on Wall Street. The Dow gaining 194 points, NASDAQ falling about 80. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
Tonight, COVID numbers spiking amid the rush for boosters heading into the holidays. Plus, the Ahmaud Arbery case goes to the jury. More Americans turn to World News Tonight with David Muir, the most watched program on all of television.
Hobbytown is Lincoln's awesome Lego Superstore. Find the perfect fit for your Lego enthusiast. From beginner sets to advanced builds, including the latest from your favorite series, Hobbytown has it all. Get to Hobbytown, Lincoln's awesome Lego Superstore.
Why wait till Black Friday for big savings? At Ernie's and Teresco, it's the big November sale. Save up to $800 on Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets, plus queen pillow top mattresses, starting at $199. Enjoy 36 months special financing during the big November sale at Ernie's and Teresco and Ernie's Mattress First Lincoln.
A new Planet Fitness location is coming soon. To celebrate, you can join before we open for just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. We're squeaky clean and ready to welcome you with tons of equipment and plenty of space to spread out. Join the judgment-free zone today. We're ready when you are, but hurry, this offer ends soon. Just $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment. Join today.
Planet Fitness Lincoln is opening a third location soon, just east of 84th and Layton. Join now.
Ever wonder why you have to deal with so many people at the dealership just to buy a car? At Anderson Ford, we're different. You work with the same person from start to finish to help guide you through the process, saving you time and frustration. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2021 Ford F-150 for only $399 per month. Or custom order your new Ford car, SUV, crossover, or truck and receive up to $3,000 in incentives. Experience better at Anderson Ford.
Think how many times you've gone through the drive-thru because you forgot shoes. Or because it was 110 degrees in the shade. Because your child was napping. Or screaming. Or both. Yep, the convenience of the drive-thru is awesome. Now you can get tested for COVID-19 in the Nomi Health drive-thru. Fast and easy with no out-of-pocket costs. No shoes required. Nomi Health. Simple testing for all.
Are you a skilled machinist? Collins Aerospace in York is hiring today, offering new wages, a $1,000 hiring bonus and $1,000 more after your first year, along with competitive benefit packages. At Collins Aerospace, we have a long history of investing in talent, bold innovations, and always reaching for what's next. So what's next? We're redefining aerospace through designing, creating, and delivering the most advanced and diverse range of aerospace and defense solutions on the market. Join us as we pave new paths to limitless possibilities. Apply today at jobs.collinsaerospace.com.
Hobbytown is Lincoln's awesome Lego Superstore. Find the perfect fit for your Lego enthusiast. From beginner sets to advanced builds, including the latest from your favorite series, Hobbytown has it all. Get to Hobbytown, Lincoln's awesome Lego Superstore.
Finally tonight, an alleged Uber vomit charge scam, and a woman says her Apple Watch saved her life. Here's tonight's Take a Look at This.
It's enough to make you sick. A Colorado couple claims to have exposed a scam they call Uber vomit fraud. It started with the pair taking a $22 ride with the car service.
It was going okay, just a regular Uber ride, and I got a receipt the next morning for a $150 charge.
After talking with customer service, they were informed the car's driver claimed one of them threw up in the back seat during the ride, even uploading a photo of the alleged evidence, which we will spare you from here. Adamant they were innocent of the upcharge, they got an idea.
He had the idea to do a reverse image search.
The couple says Googling the image of the alleged deja food resulted in deja vu.
First, like 3 images is the same exact image that popped up as the one they sent over to us.
The pair contacted a local news station, which says the charges were reversed after they reached out. They were also sent a statement from the company saying appropriate action is taken in cases of confirmed fraud. From a stomach-turning experience to a life-saving one. Retired Missouri nurse practitioner Patty Sohn says she didn't even know her Apple Watch tracked her heart rate until one day it buzzed on her wrist.
I read something like, your heart rate's been below 43 for the last 10 minutes. And I thought, what? That can't be right.
Sohn went to the hospital and was later released after treatment. But a week later, her watch buzzed again, alerting her again to a low heart rate. She was later diagnosed with second-degree heart block and had a pacemaker put in. Since then, Sohn has been recovering, walking multiple times a week, and says she feels great and grateful for her doctors and her smartwatch's life-saving alert. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Do you have an iWatch, John, or some sort of
Or an Apple
smart
Watch?
watch? Yeah.
I do have an Apple Watch.
Me too.
Not right now, but I've got it sitting at home on my charger.
I wear mine every day, but it almost makes me too connected, I feel like, because I can just look down at all the notifications. But anyway, nice day ahead, other than the wind.
That's right, and the winds are going to start to die down somewhat. We'll still have some gusts of 25 miles per hour tonight. If you want to go out and see the space station, it'll be visible for 7 minutes, starting in about, 16 minutes or so from now at 5:42. It'll start in the west-southwest and exit off to the northeast. Temperature should be nice for it, sitting in the 60s by 6 o'clock.
All right, thank you, John, and thank you all for joining us. World News Tonight is up next, and then we'll see you right back here at 6 o'clock. Have a great night.
Closed captioning.